Good evening, everyone. Hope you are having a good day so far. Thank you for joining the session today. I'm Yogita and I manage the online certification and courses for individual learners. Now, I would like to introduce Ms. Nisha Shah, Director, FinExpert. Professionally, she is a chartered accountant with All India rank in both CA, Inter, and Final. She possesses an excellent track record academically and rank holder in TYBCom at Mumbai University and Year 12 in Mumbai Board. With more than 25 years of experience in corporate finance and investment banking, in her last stint, she was Director Investment Banking at Motilal Oswal. Other than academics, she was involved in NHCC and volleyball as a state player. So, I would now request her to address you all and take through the CFX program. Ms. Nisha.
Yeah, thank you, Yogita, and good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome. And as I understand, most of you are either graduates, postgraduates, and about to begin your career. We have few no, who have a little work experience. And I can understand this is a very crucial stage in our life when we have to decide about our career. And I'm sure there are a lot of questions which keep coming to our mind. There is a lot of anxiety, fear. What should we do? What kind of job should I do? Will I be successful? So, definitely, I mean, this is very natural. So, a small piece of advice to all of you, when you're starting your career, just be open minded, be exploratory. Don't have any preconceived notions. I don't want to do this job or I want to do a particular job. Because trust me, friends, at this stage, it is very difficult to gauge what is actually our interest. Unless you start working, you will not realize. And there are hundreds of corporates, and within each corporate, there are hundreds of job profiles. Up whatever is coming rather than just not doing it. Be there for 6 months, 1 year, and this is the time when you're starting your career. You can be exploratory. Also, friends, since this is about your career, I would request if any of you wants to have your parents also sit with you, so that no, they will also understand. And maybe sometimes it happens like if you are not able to decide, if you have your parents, the understanding or the decision can be much faster. So just give me a minute. I'll just share my screen. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, you can just, we will go through this presentation and towards the end, we will take all your questions, whatever you have. If you're able to hear properly, if you have any question, you might want to put it on the chat box. Please unmute yourself and be patient with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Udita. So, friends, as I was telling you, this is a very crucial stage in our career when there is a transition from a learner to an earner. And when I say that, this transition is a huge transition because till now you are in a very comfortable zone, like within home, and maybe if you're studying or just finished your studies. So when you step out into a corporate world, it's a completely different world. There, maybe you may be individually very good, but sometimes that is not sufficient because you have to work as a team. And in your team, you may have members with different temperament. Somebody doesn't do work, somebody tries to play politics. And I'm just saying, there are people of different nature, different temperament, and you have to work with them as a team. So, no, it is important that we are prepared not only academically, technically, but also behaviorally on our soft skills. This is very, very important. And we are trying to address all these issues through this certification course. Again, when you are choosing your career, the most important thing is you should join an industry which is growing. You should join a company in that industry, basically the company which has the no, right growth prospects. Because if you are in the right company, in the right sector, which is growing, it has a huge potential, definitely your growth also comes along with the company. And when I say that, what better than a BFSI sector? BFSI is banking, financial services, and insurance. So as you can see, banking comprises all the banks, public sector, private, foreign banks, small finance banks. Financial services comprise capital markets, broking companies, mutual funds, wealth management companies, non-banking finance companies, housing finance companies, and insurance covers all the three insurance: life, health, and general. So now this sector, as you can see, because it covers so many companies, it's a huge sector. Just to give you a glimpse, only under banking, 200 lakh crore assets are managed. In the mutual fund, 36 lakh crores, no, the total investments. So you can see how big is this sector. But again, it is very important that the sector is huge, but does it have the potential to grow? Because we have to join a company, a sector which is growing, it has a huge potential. So if you see here at the bottom, out of 130 crores of Indian population, only 10 crore people are investing in mutual fund. Only 6 crore demat accounts are there. So you know how much is the growth potential for this sector. And insurance is the very, very low penetration. So now there is a huge potential for this industry to grow. So the reasons we should work in a BFSI sector, as I told, it is one of the fastest growing industries in India. Very importantly, because when we are looking for a job, always we want, like, no, the aspiration is always there that we should get a good salary. And to tell you, this is also one of the highest paying industry in India. Today, as you're aware, IT sector, the technology, and the financial services, no, these are the sectors which are a good paymasters, and also they are the largest recruiters. So in 4 out of 5 years, BFSI sector was the largest recruiter. So now our chances of getting a job in this increases because the recruitments are in large numbers, and definitely, I mean, it is one of the large, good paying industry also. The other important thing about this industry is, like, it is career in money. We all generally, I mean, we say we work for money, but it is very important for us to know, to ensure that our money is also working for us, right? And when I say that, what does it mean? We have to ensure that whatever we are earning, whatever salary we are getting, we are doing a proper investment. It is giving us proper returns. Just to give you a very small example, you have 100 rupees today, and assume you can buy 1 liter of petrol. I mean, though the petrol prices have gone up, but just for a simplicity calculation purposes, we are saying the petrol price is 100 rupees and you can buy 1 liter of petrol with 100 rupees. You all know the inflation is around 7%, right? And the fixed deposit rates, if you put your money in a bank in a fixed deposit, it's around 5.5, depending upon the bank which you have kept it. So again, for simplicity's sake, let's take the fixed deposit rate as 5%. So if you have 100 rupees, you have put in a fixed deposit. After 1 year, you get 105, right? 100 plus 5 rupees interest, you have 105 rupees. And since the inflation is 7%, the petrol price has become 107. Now, after 1 year, with the money which you have, you're not able to buy 1 liter of petrol also, because the petrol price is 107, whereas the money which you have is just 105. What does that mean? It means that your money has degrown. You have become poorer. So it's very important that how do we ensure that our money works for us. And when I say that, I'm not saying that you should not put your money in fixed deposits at all. Yeah, but it has to be proper allocated. So now this is very very important for us to understand where to invest, how to invest, when to invest. If we have to have insurance policies, no, what amount, how much premium, what kind of policies. So no, this is like an essential life skill, and it is very very important. So you need to understand all these things. And again, the most important part is it's a knowledge based sector. If you are working in a manufacturing company or maybe in an accounts department, you are doing the same work again and again. So after maybe 5 years, 10 years, it becomes a bit monotonous and a bit boring, right? But here in this industry, every 6 months, every 1 year, there are some new products coming in. Like maybe 20 years earlier, people hardly knew about mutual fund. They would have hardly known what an SIP is. But today, especially the youngsters, the day they start earning, no, they start investing in through SIPs, which is a very good thing. So I'm just saying, every 6 months, 1 year now, like there are the exchange traded funds are there, the alternate investments, like something or the other keeps coming, which keeps us excited. So through this certification course, Chartered Financial Expert, we are trying to make you not only job ready, but also entrepreneur ready. And when I say that, few of you who wants to join an industry, you will definitely be ready. But if some of you wants to also start your practice or become a financial advisor, you can do that after you have done this. And people who have been working in some organization, there also it will help them to upskill and get maybe a better job or a better exposure about the financial market. So in this certification course, we are covering everything of the BFSI sector. So first, let me come through the curriculum of this program, the CFX course, what all will be covered under this certification. So if you see on the technical side, we have primary market, secondary market, derivatives. So these are about capital markets. Again, since you all are graduates, postgraduates, you may be thinking we have studied this in our college during our college times, right? And yeah, I agree. And maybe even if you Google, you may get some information, some theory about it. But the important part is, and what we are trying to address through this certification is your your practical understanding about these concepts, right? How these are. Uh, Request everyone to please mute yourself. So the important part is how to understand the practical application of these concepts, right? Just to give you again a small example, like since you all, I'm assuming, are from commerce, finance background, like we talk about a price earning ratio. All these ratios would have done EPS, price earning ratio. And if I ask any of you, maybe you can tell me the definition, the formula of price earning ratio. But the important part is, what does that actually mean? If I give you an example, see, there are two companies, company A and company B, the company A, the revenue, the profit, the borrowings is exactly the same as the company B. If I say the price earning multiple of company A is 8, and the price earning multiple of company B is 10. Which company should I buy? Um, any replies, any thoughts on this? Yeah.
Uh, Not Nisha at this stage. Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
any.
No,
Yeah. Do you
sorry.
want to keep it interactive? You want to have an interaction with the people?
No, I was just thinking if somebody wants to put in the chat box, not too much, it's okay. I mean, so the point I'm trying to tell you is, I mean, here the answer is basically you should you should invest or you should buy a company A because it has a low PE multiple, which means it has a huge potential to grow. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, you should understand what is a price earning multiple. If a price earning multiple is 8, what it means is you have to pay 8 rupees for every 1 rupee earning of the company. So now this practical understanding is very important. Again, when our trainers who are from the industry, who have been there for 15, 20 years, who will be teaching you about this course. So when they talk about primary markets, they will talk about IPO. They will tell you which are the companies who have just come out with an IPO, how did they get listed. So now you can relate it to the actual market. And this is what is required when you enter into a corporate. You should know what's happening in the market and how do you analyze it. Similarly, when we are teaching you secondary markets, we will show you the screen, how the trades are actually done. So now this is very important that you understand the practical application, the concepts, and just not the theory. Because till college it was okay, your idea or your objective was just to pass the exam. And I have seen many times, I mean, even if you don't understand some concepts, you just ratify it and write it in the exam, because our whole objective is key boss, we just need to clear the exam. So no, but when you are entering a corporate world, it's a completely different. You need to understand, and this is what, through this certification for CFX, we will explain you the contextual part of all these products and what these all these banking, lending, what does this actually mean. So, as I told you, we will have capital markets, then we have banking and lending. Again, here we'll tell you how does a bank work. We all know banks accept deposits, they give loans, but how do they analyze a company? What are the different kind of banking products? All this will be covered. In the insurance, we'll cover all health, life, and general. We'll also teach you on financial planning. And if you see on the extreme right, we will prepare you for an NISM certification. Again, this is a very important certification. NISM, National Institute of Securities Market, is a SEBI's initiative. And you know, SEBI is the regulator for the capital markets. So SEBI has prescribed certain certifications which are mandatory for specific job roles. Like if you have to drive a car, you need a driving license, right? Similarly, there are certain certifications which are mandatory. Again, to give you my example, I was a CA and I was into merchant banking. Now, though I was a CA, me and my team had to appear for the merchant banking certification. So now your qualification doesn't matter. Maybe you are a CA, PhD, or whatever. But there are certain these gatekeeping certifications as mandatory certifications. So, as a part of CFX, we will train you for this certification. We will have a lot of practice tests. We will give you the operational support also to get yourself registered on the NISM and appear for the exam. And again, I'm telling you, students, these certifications, if you have on your resume few of these NISM certification, it improves, it gives a lot of weight on your resume. No, we have tie up with so many corporates, with more than 50 plus corporates across banks, mutual funds, broking companies, and all of them have been asking us that they want candidates who have done this certification. In fact, we in our organization, we have been training the employees of the banks, like Axis Bank employees. We would have trained, I mean, last year, 10 to 15,000 employees on this certification. But what banks have also realized is once the candidate joins an organization, it becomes very difficult for them to study along with the work. So the pass percentage is also very less, and it's an additional cost and time spent from the corporate point of view. So all these corporates have told us that they need students, they need candidates who have done this certification. So no, we have included this certification also as a part of the CFX program. And again, as I told you, so this is on the technical side. On the behavioral side, again, it is very, very important when you are working in a corporate, you have to be mentally prepared to how do you manage your time, how do you excel in your work. Students who will be just starting their career, we will train them on how to appear for an interview, how do you prepare your CVs. We will take some mock interviews so that you are fully prepared when you appear for an interview in front of a corporate. And again, the important part is the selling part of it, the selling skills, because today 60 to 70% jobs are all marketing related, sales related, and it is very, very important for us to understand this, to learn this. And again, friends, here the marketing or the consulting, what we tell you is completely different. मतलब maybe you or your parents may have कि जो पहले था कि if you're joining a insurance company, you have to go door to door, sell an LIC policy. So that is no longer the case. It's completely changed. Now there is a lot of data available. So now how do you analyze the data, make the most of it? So here we try to cover everything so that you are completely prepared to enter into a corporate world. So this certification course is of 250 hours, out of which 125 hours you will have live trainer-led sessions. And again, all our trainers are from the industry, have the corporate experience. So they will teach you for 125 hours. We will generally have classes for 2 hours every day. So the entire course will be completed in 2.5 months. We will give you access to the content on our LMS so that you can study, revise it at your own pace. We'll have a lot of case studies and quizzes for you to understand the content easily. And as I told you, we will be training you on NISM Series 5, the Mutual Fund Distributor Certification, which is a very widely accepted certification in the industry. There will be 4 practice tests for this NISM exam. And if you clear all these 4 practice tests, your chances of clearing the final NISM exam is like, I would say 90-95%. So now we train you, we give you a lot of practice tests. We will help you get yourself registered with NISM and also schedule the NISM exam for you. So the NISM exam will be conducted at NISM either online or offline. We will help you with both the options, and the final CFX exam will be taken online, and we will be giving 100% placement assistance to all the candidates. So now for a limited period, we have come out with the scheme where we are saying that you just have to pay only 50% of the program fee upfront, and the balance 50% it can be paid, you have to pay after you get placed. So as I told you, just to again summarize about this certification program, you will it was a holistic course. You will be trained on both the technical side and the soft skill side. There will be 100% placement assistance, And of course, I mean, you can recover the program fees in just less than 2 months. So these are some of the pictures of the courses. We are already working with 25 colleges in Mumbai and all these A-rated autonomous colleges. So these are just few of the pictures where we have done these programs and the students have cleared the NISM certification. So these are the pictures of the felicitation ceremony which we had conducted for the students of our last year. And there were industry eminent personalities from the industry who had participated in this. There was also a wide media coverage about the same. So these are our placement partners where we will help you to get a job with this. So if you see banks, we have Kotak Bank, DBS, RBL, Utkarsh, few more banks have been added now. On the mutual funds, again, we have all the reputed names: HDFC Mutual Fund, Birla, IDFC, LIC, Vito. We have DSP and Canara and a lot more MFs. So as I told you, we have more than 50 corporates for these placement tie-ups. Again, on the broking distribution companies, the insurance companies, we have all the marquee names in the industry. So these are the success stories of few of our students. I don't know how many of you know about Morningstar. So Morningstar is an independent, it's a global investment research company. So Priyanka, she joined as a research analyst with a package of 3.9 lakhs. She was a fresh graduate. Amit joined with the HDFC Mutual Fund with a package of 3.2 lakhs. Priya joined Birla Mutual Fund with a package of 3 lakhs. Apurva has joined Kotak Bank with a package of 3.5 lakhs. There were recently a student who had joined White Oak Mutual Fund with a package of 4.5 lakhs. So, I mean, it goes on basically. So these are some of the industry experts, the college, the students, and maybe you can just hear what they have to say about the certification course. So the first one, he is Mr. Swaroop Mohanty, who is the CEO of Mirai Asset Management.
On behalf of Mirai Asset, we'd like to thank Finex and CIEL for allowing us to be part of this very novel process of graduating young students from being educated to job worthy. It is a process which we've enjoyed being part of, and we wish all the students all the very best in their careers and hope they shine as the future for them is extremely bright. Once again, we'd like to thank all involved in allowing us to be part of this extremely satisfying process.
This is Professor Vinay Gudi from Mulund College of
Formal
Commerce.
education gives you a plethora of subjects, but as you grow, you need to specialize. And when you have to specialize, you need to have the right skills. And CFX gives you the right skills, especially in the space of banking, finance. To get the best cutting edge and know what is relevant now, and to have a sustainable future, this course is having a right blend of practical and theory. So it's a must for everyone who wants to plan.
And she's a student who has cleared.
My name is Mansi Rani. The learning experience at the CFX has been great. The entire team is very supportive and cooperative. The study materials are easy to follow and the practical assignments helps to overcome the fear of facing real-world job scenarios in a big way. I would like to thank all my trainers, fellow students, mentors and the entire team to make me job ready today. Thank you. My name is Mansi Rani. The
On
learning
behalf of
experience
Mirai
at
Asset, we'd like to thank
Formal education.
Sorry. So this you just heard from industry expert, from a college and a student. So now the next steps for you is, and again, as you all know, I mean the fees for this certification program is 45,000 plus 18% GST, which makes it 53,100 plus an NISM exam fees. As I told you, one NISM exam is a part of this certification. So the NISM exam fees is 1500. So it is 53,100 plus 1500. It makes it 54,600. So currently the scheme which we are running is you just have to pay 50% upfront, which means you have to pay 27,300 upfront. So what you have to do is you have to make that payment. You will get the login credentials. You have to complete your profile, and then the training will start. In which, of course, the NISM training, the NISM exam, and the CFX final exam. You will become a chartered financial expert by clearing both the exams. We will help you with the placement interview with the corporates, and then you pay us the balance fee after you have a job in hand, and then you get your final CFX certification. Yeah, this is the core team. Basically, we all are from the financial services with more than 25 years of experience. And based on our experience, we have designed this certification where we are just trying to bridge the gap between the academia and the corporate. In college and all, you have studied the theory, the fundamental knowledge, but the extra skills which is required to enter into a corporate, we are trying to give you, train you on those skills. So this is all from my side.